Man United's pre-season is officially over, 1-1 with Fiorentina at Old Trafford. A pretty drab affair, even though we've seen some good glimpses. I think there's a lot of positives to take from the game and some obvious negatives that are still there that we didn't fix from last season. Transfer window is going to come into focus after this game, obviously, as well as the football that was played on the pitch. And I think it's more important after this game to look at what happened before the game rather than what happened in the game. And by that I mean the fact that Rasmus Hojlund didn't get any minutes at all. Manchester United are unveiling their 4 new signings for the summer. We're bringing in 2 number 10s in Mbeumo and Matthias Cunha. We're bringing in a fullback in Diego Leon. And of course, the big man himself, Benjamin Sesko, unveiled to the Manchester United crowd. Great atmosphere there at Old Trafford and everything upbeat and enthusiastic around Old Trafford apart from the obvious. Who is going to make way? Because it was quite clear from today, for me, what Ruben Amorim's message was. It was that Rasmus Hojlund is not going to feature in this team. For me, I looked at that there and I tweeted this out before the game as well and everyone could see it, but Rasmus Hojlund not being on the pitch today sent the biggest message of all. Ruben's talking with his feet. He's talking again in his actions and what he's doing in his selection and what he's doing with this Manchester United side. And Rasmus Hojlund not starting that game, not even getting on off the bench. That's the first time this summer that that's not happened. Rasmus Hojlund starting 2 of the Manchester United 5 games this pre-season tour. All the talk before the game was of Sesko signing, unveiling, Rasmus Hojlund to Milan. I think the writing is clearly on the wall. When you look at that, Rasmus Hojlund is 3rd choice, 4th choice maybe. Mbeumo played at 9. Cunha played at 9 today. Sometimes Bruno Fernandes was even in there as well. And then you've got Sesko to come as well. Where does Rasmus Hojlund fit into Manchester United's side? He doesn't. And that's been made very clear this pre-season by Ruben Amorim. Unfortunately for Rasmus, he is going to be a make-weight to fix what is actually wrong with Manchester United. Look, at the end of the day, the game itself was irrelevant, the penalties irrelevant, the result irrelevant. We was looking for performance there more than anything today. And overall, when you look at Manchester United's game, when you looked at what we were doing, the shape, the organisation, I thought it was decent. Susceptible to crosses again, which has been a big issue for Manchester United. Work to do on set pieces for Manchester United in training and building up to the weekend. Obviously, one of the set piece masters in Arsenal there coming up in the first game of the season. Doesn't really give you much confidence when you watch what happened with Fiorentina's first goal in that game. Honestly, God knows that it was all over the place. How you had 2 men at the back stick, I don't know. And Bayendé was helpless. Again, that was probably the best effort that Fiorentina had. It came from a set piece. Likewise, Man United though. So we countered our lack of being able to handle set pieces by scoring a set piece, which was a bit mismatch. And probably United's best attack, funnily enough, today was the crosses into the box. They were decent. Good delivery from the likes of Mount, from Ahmad and Mbeumo, Bruno Fernandes. Good crosses in. Yoro could have had a couple. Heaven could have had one. Casemiro could have had one. We just didn't test. We didn't test David De Gea enough. By the way, David De Gea, good to see him back at Manchester United. Quite rightly being brought off before the penalties came about and got the reception that he deserved from the Manchester United faithful. I thought that was a nice touch from the Fiorentina coaching staff there. Good to have him back and good to see him there at Old Trafford. And a little bit of a gift giving at the start there between him and Bruno Fernandes was nice. It was nice, but nice now is officially finished. We're into the Premier League season and we've got Arsenal this weekend. That's what Manchester United now need to concentrate on. That's what United now need to fix things, or things that are happening on the pitch. And shape today, just mentioned it a minute ago, not bad, solid, good line, caught Fiorentina offside, rightly, quite a few times. So confidence in the way that we're shaping up at the back. Obviously the goalkeeping situation will take care of itself. I've seen a video of a fan actually asking Ruben Amorim who was signing. Are we signing Donnarumma? And it was a bit of a giggle and a laugh between the fan and Ruben Amorim. He gets it. He knows what this Manchester United side need. He knows what the fans are crying out for. I'm not saying that he's listening to the fans. I think he just knows what this side has missed. And he knows from last season where Manchester United clearly went wrong. And that 6 months is going to play a big part in what happens this summer in the rest of the transfer window. Because right there for me, it was the midfield. Again, that link between the front and the back is just not quite there. Agate comes on, he didn't feature much, Mainu didn't feature much. And again, when you're going into the start of the season, your last pre-season game, and Mainu and Agati are both not starting that game. Rasmus Hojlund not starting that game. You usually use this as the yardstick as to where United would be at, or where any club would be at. The last pre-season game usually gives you that inkling as to what's going to happen in the season, what's going to happen going forward. And Manchester United, with no Menu, no Agati, and no Rasmus Hojlund, tells you a lot. Casemiro, for all his qualities, and he was all right today. It's all right. All right, does that win us the game against Arsenal on the opening day? Do we need that more dynamic midfielder? 100% we do, yes. If there was any real issue in Manchester United's game, it was the fact we didn't have a striker and we didn't have the link in midfield. Bruno is everywhere, and this is a concern. I love him to bits, but Ruben needs to rein him in. I see, it sounds like I'm having a go. I'm really not, because Bruno is the most enthusiastic player that Manchester United have got. He's one of the best players Manchester United have got, and our most reliable player. That I think everyone can agree with. He's always there, he's always available, he's always producing numbers, and you will know he's going to get a game-changing moment from Bruno Fernandes in the game. So when Manchester United put him into midfield, he kind of takes it upon himself to try and play everybody else's game. He's hard to discipline because he's not got the quality around him that I think he doesn't rely on. I think in his game, it's actually clear to see that he doesn't think the rest of the team is good enough. And interesting, from that last game of the pre-season tour in the States, when Bruno was talking about how many players Manchester United might need to bring in, it's all revolving around the midfield. Manchester United's midfield is where this team is going to fall down. And I think it's been clear in the last couple of games, like, don't get me wrong, United unbeaten in pre-season, good pre-season, everything's together, but there's still time. There's still time in this window before Manchester United really kickstart this season. Yes, the start is next weekend. I don't expect anyone else to come in. But obviously, before the international break, which is the end of the window, there's a lot that Manchester United can get done. And if you're watching that today as a Manchester United coach, player, hierarchy, director of football, whatever it is, at a football club, a fan, you're all watching the same thing. A lack of understanding from midfield to attack and defence to midfield. Like, the defence can hold its own. I've not got any issue with the defence at all. A few dodgy moments here and there, a bit of understanding, lack of, but you've got Leacher to come back into that side, you've got Delict to come back into that side. Dorgu I'm liking at the moment. It was a bit hot and cold today. I nearly gave the game away right in the last minute, but the signs are looking good. The attacking side of our game from our wing-backs is improving game by game through pre-season, I feel, and it's going to be a weapon for us. But if they're going forward, you need your midfield. You need your midfield to be on point. You need your midfield to be at it like the rest of this team, because the rest of this team is actually really good. It is good. Sesko moving into the middle now. You got Cunha and Mbeumo. If you're going to put Bruno in the middle, you need someone next to him who is next level, because Bruno's going to do Bruno things, and if Ruben cannot handle him, then it's down to the transfer window to bring someone in that can work with him. That's what United need to fix. Let me know what you thought of the game. I'll be back later on, obviously, with any content and news that is flying around. The biggest thing from this game for me, to finish off and get your comments in on this, is Rasmus not playing at all, and United making him look like he's the third choice now, even with just Sesko in the side. And obviously that midfield, it needs fixing. Get your comments in below, give the video a like, hit that subscribe button up on your screen right now, and I will see you all later on. Have a good one.